than ever.
I'm sure you're in crypto. Because how else do you trade? You're forced to be in crypto.
Let me say this. Firstly, I believe in what blockchain has done to afford people an opportunity to be part of something that they ordinarily wouldn't be, and then crypto being part of that technology, Web3, where you're allowed to form part of a system, economic system that is not traditional to banking and that sort of stuff. Yes, it's got its ups and downs. It's taken me time to understand it because, anything that's in the virtual space, besides the virtual Mkuku, of course, is not being able to see it, touch it, feel it is a very, very difficult thing to do. But once you understand that it's we've moved into a digital age, it makes things much, much simpler. What is currency? What is value? What is a credit card? We're tapping to make payments. The game has changed. So people need to understand that crypto in that sense is here to stay. If they wanted to stop their train, it's not going to stop their train. So I have looked at some of the crypto movements, and I believe in it. And that's something that affords some of us that exist in the world outside of the economic system, unfortunately and unfairly, an opportunity to survive and to do great. Look at what's happening in the crypto space, the blockchain space. I don't care who says what. Dubai specifically in the UAE is definitely the center of it.
It's exactly what Gray has been telling me. Sure. That's why he's been in Dubai over the past couple of...
Because if I can do it, if Sbu can do it, if Penwell the Black Pen can do it,
come on,
anyone can do it. That's just a fact.
I think I'm going to make it a challenge for myself and Sbu to connect with Gray, specifically for crypto, to connect with Uvusi. I know he does fundraising, to connect with yourself so that in future episodes and on our own platforms, we try and punt, maybe it's website links, maybe it's certain organizations.
And to track development as well, yeah.
We can't just keep going to Dubai to export our money and leave it there. We need to go there to build relations and make sure that young kids
and as well,
from that.
Well, sorry to interrupt you, sir, but we're also going to be bringing a lot of these talents and successes into South Africa, because that's what we do when we out there in the world, guys. There's a lot of action happening in South Africa. All the negativity, brush it aside. We'll fix that. It's a simple fix. It's just that there's no willingness. Where there's issues of crime and other things, we'll fix it. It's a fixable thing. It's just that people don't want to do it. Simple as that, or afraid to do it. Those critical skills, those critical inputs, we've been bringing people. Just as it hasn't been documented, because once we do those sorts of things, then people are like, hey, what's going on? Yeah. But the time has come to say that we're not going to be doing it behind the scenes. We're going to make it as open as possible. People will say what they need to say, but we're here to develop. We're here to improve our people's interest, their inroads into doing things better and greater. And I appreciate that you raised the crypto discussion, because South Africa is only going to flourish on two bases, in my view. Reindustrializing, getting people to work. So, because not everyone is going to be sitting in a fancy office, air conditioned. Not everyone wants to be an accountant or, sadly. But as well, that pool of absorption for those critical skills is very limited. There are people that don't want to go the tertiary route. Some don't even want to go to school, sadly. But they are great with their hands, semi-skilled, some unskilled, but are willing to learn. We've got a country to build. We need to reopen up as many mines as possible, and shutting down the coal mines, I think, is the biggest con that I've heard about in South Africa, at least. And if you look at it, because people say, hey, what are you talking about? You're not a competent person. I'm a very simple. I've been in the coal mining industry. I understand it. I've played in that space, and I know how it works. And for me, it's very simple. We're in South Africa. If we shut down anything that's coal-related, mining and power supply or power generation, that means Piet Retief dies a natural death. I'm sorry, Mkondo is the name changing. Middelburg, finished. Witbank and many other places, because these are economies that have been built around the coal space. That's number one. And number two, when the world is in trouble, when there's issues of so-called invasions from Russia into Ukraine, they've got power issues because of the lack of gas supply from Russia and their political issues. Where they're buying the coal from? The very same countries that are telling us to shut down. Come on, guys, don't take us for or Popeyes, as they call them. We understand what's going on, and what you're doing is detrimental to building our society. So reindustrializing, getting our electricity game back on, manufacturing, smelters, the whole thing. Richards Bay should be that special economic zone should be one of the globe's.
Yo, Richards Bay should be.
It should be one of the globe's.
It's shocking the way
it's
it
crazy
looks, considering the money that flows there.
Thank you very much. Multi-billions, 100, if not trillions. The number of money that flows out there in relation to the development is atrocious. That goes for all the coal mining towns and other mining towns. In Brits, guys, there's literally multi-trillions over a period of however many years, 100, 150 years that have gone out. How do these towns still look like that? You drive through and it's like, and the sky's still pulling out. So we need to change that whole concept. And the reindustrializing is the one point. And without digressing, the technology part that Sbu raised on, you mentioned crypto and that sort of thing. The blockchain technologies to deal with tracking and tracing, with corruption, with security, with education. There's a lot of stuff that can be derived from technology. We need to be a technology age-driven country. And unfortunately for us, we're falling behind the curve. If you look at countries like Rwanda, Kenya, Ethiopia, they flourish. Where South Africa has always been the big brother on the continent, we are falling by the wayside.
We're lagging in tech to East Africa. We're lagging.
Completely.
Yeah.
And all due respect to them, shout outs, and I tip my hat off to them to get themselves in a position to do what they've done is amazing. We need to learn from them. We can't just sit back and wait for those opportunities. We have to create those opportunities for ourselves and others.
Technology is the future. The thing is, a lot of people think, Ubuti, when you're talking crypto, you're talking about buying and selling of coins.
Sure.
Actually, a lot of people are very oblivious to the fact that the future is in the blockchain technology. Even, like digital voting. It will be possible in the future, made possible by the likes of the blockchain technology. The Web 3.0 that is currently being built, the future is literally being built on the blockchain technology, the smart contracts, so it's not just all about buying and selling of coins. And that's why a lot of the leading countries are taking it so seriously right now.
We're not pushing the education the way we should. I think that's the problem. The noise gets stuck somewhere. I've got